Hi everyone, it's Natalie Ellis and welcome to Ask the Therapist. Today is Wednesday. I'm not sure what day today is in terms of the date, but it's Wednesday, 25th, I think. Um, the month and the year's just flying by so quickly. And so today I just wanted to first tell everybody thank you for wishing me a happy birthday. I had a birthday this weekend and it was great. And again, I turned 45 this weekend, and just wanted to kind of talk about that experience of turning 45 and what that's been for me, and how I did some celebration and how I celebrated that. And so, one of the things I'm realizing again as we get older, the importance of really taking care of ourselves, and ourselves meaning our whole self, mind, body, and soul. And so throughout the years, I've tried to be really mindful of how I take care of my mind, my mental health, making sure I'm aware, making sure I talk things through, making sure I have people around me that's very supportive. So there's a lot of different things that I do in order to make sure that my mental health is in order. And a lot of it is again, who all we let in our space. And so for me, making sure with my friendships, with my family, I have a sense of boundaries with everyone, whether it's emotional boundaries, physical boundaries, so that I am okay. So setting those boundaries in place have been very important with me in regards to my mental health. And ensuring also that whoever I have let into my space are people that will uplift me, and vice versa, and people that I can also uplift. And so when letting people into our space, we want to make sure that they have our best interest at heart, and vice versa. And again, in doing so, this also helps with our mental health. And so I've had the honor this weekend of having a self-care celebration. And so for my birthday, all I wanted was for my close friends and families to kind of come together and just be mindful of how we take care of ourselves. And so I had a Caribbean Fit class where another young lady who's a dance teacher, I had her come in to kind of do a dance class. And we just did some Caribbean Fit. Again, the importance of movement and taking care of the body. And the older we get, that it's so important that we move and that we make sure that our blood is pumping and that our heart is doing what it needs to do. And in order to do that, we have to make sure we're moving. And we could move in so many ways. And so for me, movement for me is through dance. I'm not the best at exercising or weightlifting, but I go to my Zumba classes. I go to Pilates. I do different type of movement, my African dance class. And so movement is a way for me to get some of my exercise in. And the other thing that I did after we did some dancing, I had a yoga instructor come in and do some yoga, where again, it's about yoga is about stretching the body and becoming more aware of the body. And so again, I wanted my family and friends to kind of really experience what that feels like to really be, for that hour, be in a place of silence, be in a place of stillness, as much as possible, to really pay attention to your body. And so we're able to do some of that for my birthday. So I really, really, really enjoyed that. People were able to come out and move with the Caribbean Fit, as well as be able to do some yoga. Again, my gift to them, as they've been a gift to me, was to, again, help them to remember the importance of really taking care of themselves, take care of their body, mind, body, and soul. And the more we can do that for ourselves, we can definitely be there and do that for others, right? Just like when we're in an airplane, right? When the plane is about to go down, they say first, put that mask on your face, because again, you're no good to anybody if you're not well, right? So we got to put that mask on our face so that we can, again, assist and help others. And so it's important that we take a moment to pay attention to that, making sure we're putting that mask on our face, making sure we're taking care of what's going on within us so that we can be better for ourselves, and in turn be better for others as well. And so, yeah, so that's what I did for my 45th. Just spent some time dancing and spent some time doing yoga with my close friends. And part of the reason I wanted to really make sure that that happened, again, as we get older, our body is getting older too. And so it's really important that we pay attention to what our body's telling us. And for me, these last few weeks, I've had incidences where I've had some heart palpitations, I've had some increased headaches, just different things going on with my body. And that had me take a pause to pay attention to what's going on with me, what's going on to my eating habits, what's going on with my stress level, what are the different things that's going on that's impacting my body, and being able to take control of the things that I can have control over. And so, obviously, at 45, I'm noticing that I'm having to really pay attention to my food intake and what all I let in my body, my sodium intake, which then impacts my head, because again, high blood pressure, headaches, sodium, and so again, my body's telling me things, and I'm making sure that I'm not ignoring it, that I'm not dismissing it, and that I'm not putting it aside, and that I'm really paying attention to what it's telling me and what it needs me to do before it becomes a bigger issue. The same thing with the heart palpitations. Again, all that stuff is impacted by my eating habits and my movements, and so, and also my stress levels. So I'm having to really pay attention to my headspace, pay attention to, again, what I'm eating, paying attention to different things to see what all I can do something about, and to make changes so that I can be my best self. And being our best selves, it's not just a financial thing, it's definitely that too, right? Financially being at a place where we can be successful, be able to take care of ourselves, but also mentally being in a good space to be able to do these things, and also in a good health space. Physical space in terms of our health, because all of that has to work together for us to fully be living our best life. And so, again, these last few months and weeks leading up to 45 has been really interesting for me, because my body's going through changes. And this past weekend, I had an opportunity to go to a health fair sponsored by Ryan Cameron, a health fair in Decatur, Georgia, and and one of the doctors said something to me that makes perfect sense. That as we get older, as we age, we should be getting our labs done at least 3 to 4 months, right? And which, again, everything's a cost, so I get that's expensive and that can become costly, but it makes sense, right? Because every day, our body, our mind, we're going through things. And so the way to kind of catch what we need to catch and to be preventive, if we can be preventive, is to be able to do the things to kind of take a moment to pay attention to what's going on. And so the blood work allows us to kind of take a moment to, okay, read what's going on your insides, what's going on with your blood levels. And so it makes sense as we get older for that to be done more routinely, so that, if there's anything that we need to catch and see that's abnormal, we could catch it early on, and we can do the things that we need to do for it. So that made sense to me, because I'm under the belief that, at least in regards to mental health, come in for your sessions. Don't wait till something gets overwhelming to then come in. And so with my clients that I see, I really encourage the importance of coming for their sessions and having this space to process and work through the things I need to work through, so that we can stay ahead of the game and be able to deal with the things that's coming. Because things are coming and will continue to come. That's a part of life. And the tools that we have helps us. And so I'm a tool for my clients to assist them in coping and dealing with the things that they experience and that they go through in their daily life, and helping them manage that emotionally and mentally. And so the same thing with our doctors. Our doctors is a tool for us, and so they have some equipment to help us be aware of the things that is going on the inside of us. And so obviously it's good that I'm aware of what's going on in my body, because my body speaks to me with my headaches and my heart palpitations at times, so it's telling me things. But then the blood work confirms or kind of gives an explanation to what I already know, right? So Again, just wanting to really encourage people to be mindful and to do the work that they need to do to take care of themselves. And that's mind, body, and soul. Mind, body, and soul. And all of it has to work together for us to really be our best self. Okay? This is Natalie Ellis, and thank you for joining me today on Ask the Therapist. And feel free to DM me and ask any questions. And if there's any particular topics that you guys would like to hear more about or discuss or talk about on Ask the Therapist, definitely give your input. And so I'll see you all next Wednesday at noon. Thank you so much, and have a great day.